Hey everybody, Mark and Susan, Colorado Sasquatch Research. Today, it was a nice hot day, and they're starting to lift the bans on where we can go, state parks and so forth. So we chose to come to our area number 2 most hot spot. Back in this area, these are caves that lead underground in this park, on this side of this mountain, in this canyon. And they're little chute caves all over the place that you could squeeze down into, and they go into the ground in these megalithic boulders that have stacked. I haven't been to this area in about 3 years, but we know he hides back here. So we came to the Boulder area to see if maybe he's hiding out today. This is an area where I did a couple videos I called Jade Garden. Anyways, this is new, and this is something that you guys have to see, because this is Bigfoot behavior, and I have to show you this. Now you see these logs here, okay, in front of this crack, and so you're like, well, that could have come from anywhere, there's not really flood plain, but I suppose it could be. But it's not. These have been intentionally laid here, and I'm going to show you why. And this is what we've run across time and time again in Colorado, in the Rocky Mountains, in boulder fields, is where they build a roof. And you're like, okay, well, let's just go see. Is this just fallen logs and that little rock? Or what? So when you get over here, you can see these logs have been intentionally laid here. And look at that down there. I don't know if you can see that. There's a pit down there. And it's nice and clean. He's been sleeping there, and see it kind of winds under the rock here. And so he's built a roof for, just hide protection, weather protection, who knows. But he's transferred logs here, and down there's a cave. There's another large cave that goes under here and under this boulder. And there's just caves everywhere over in this area. We really love this area. So anyways, that's what you could see, is they make a roof over a pit. There is no fire in there. And I mean, this isn't the work of humans, because, nobody comes back here. So you can see that he's been sleeping down there. It's large enough for a Bigfoot, no problem whatsoever. Built a little roof. And it kind of tunnels, there's tunnels that run under here. You look back in there. But you can see down in there, it's very clean, very clean. But this is what they do in this particular park, which is full of megalithic boulders, boulder fields that go back millions of years. This has always been a hot zone for me. Going back to the Morgan's 10 days, I've done numerous videos out here. But I always don't make it out here. We like to explore. We go so many different places. There's always been sign here that there's habitation going on here, like this, see how it blends into the environment? It's almost like everything just blends into the environment, and it's clean, and he keeps it clean. But no one, this cave back here, look at this. I just love this area. Whoop! Anybody in there? Coming through. Like this little cave. Wow. Oh, very nice. Nice and clean. Look at this. No trash, no water bottles, no cans. So let's see what we can find. Wow, look at that. There's a hole. It goes back deep in there. Whoop! There's something they're making. Little bird. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I never went back in this cave. Oh shit. Oh. Please don't be anything in here. I should have my flashlight. We didn't know if we were going to do some caving. Oh, whoa. There you go, guys. This is where one of those hottest Bigfoot areas I did. This is where it all began. This is what started my journey, are these caves. I can't see what's behind me. I gotta get out of here. It's dangerous. I don't have a flashlight. Oh. Oh. No print action though. See, I'm not seeing that or scat, bone matter. See, now if this was being used by a bear or a mountain lion, you would assume you would find some scat. But it's so clean you could eat off the ground here. I mean, it's crazy. So, anyways, hold on, did you hear that? Let me see. I'm gonna try responding back. Woo! Whoop! I hope that shut up on that is the female vocalizations that we get around here. This woo, higher pitched than a you know, like a deep male voice. It's almost female, if not juvenile. But as you can see, this is not an area where people go and hang out, party, do anything like that. These are very hidden caves. And anyways, so these boulder fields, you know, they just go underground. Robert Kreider, my buddy Robert, a treasure hunter, has seen a number of the monuments that we've shown over the years around these caves, and he seems to believe that there is a very large amount of gold hidden here, on top of a Bigfoot living back here. Now, it's been a little dry today. We've seen some sign, which could be fresh structure or glyphing structures, you know, logs laid up for no reason at all, kind of like over there against that pit. But you have in areas like these where these caves, and this is, if you're a Bigfoot, you're fine. It's nice and cool back here. You can just see back here, you can just go back in here. Oh, okay, the camera actually is giving me some good light. Wow, which is cool. This camera has a little bit of night vision capability, which is really cool. But see how clean it is? And this is prime Bigfoot area, and this is where this entire area is where we think he goes underground. The question is though, there's so many of these caves and shafts, you can fall, and who knows how far if you're not an experienced caver, because you kind of squeeze through holes that go who God knows how far, you know. You run into stalactites and stuff. But rather than going into the caves and putting ourselves at risk, or myself at risk, I never ever went into them. I just kind of like monitored the outside areas, checked for prints, scat hair, things like that, and monitor them. But I try not to go into these places because it's very dangerous to do this. But I wanted to get in here and show this. So let's go back. Hey, Susan. This cave is awesome. You can actually go in there. It's nice and cool. It's like a refrigerator. It's like the temperature drops like 20 degrees. Some elves or lamb's ear. They eat lamb's ear. I don't know if you knew that. That's something we discovered just by chance. I found animal kill, and next to the animal kill, I find pieces of, oh, look, lamb's ear. Look at this. See? Yeah, you saw it, huh? Little glyph. Wow, wow. He's been here. He's just not here right now. Of course, he could be. But see, all of these little shafts go down into the boulders. Yeah, the turtle head. See, that's why Robert Kreider, when he saw the rocks and the monuments here, he's like, you guys have turtles, you have all the markers of, you know, gold, ancient civilization. Very neat, very neat.
Little head down there. And eye and snout poking out down there. Right ahead, straight ahead for you.
In a cave?
No, right here. Yep. Right here. Right there.
I'm
Like a
looking.
turtle head.
Oh, yeah, okay. The rock you were talking about,
Yeah, yeah.
right? I was looking, I was like, what? A head? Where? See, more caves. Pits, caves, and it's just, yeah, you can actually, I crawled in there, and your camera is really cool. It has like, yeah, just the light in there so I could see what was, there was no animal in there, but there's no animal scat, no bear scat, no animal kill. And of course you would assume, you know, if a Bigfoot is utilizing an area like this, he's going to keep it, or she's going to keep it as clean as you keep your house clean. You know, I mean, they don't want to sleep in their own dung. So, and here is the secondary. Check that out. What? Oh. Same thing. And they don't build elaborate. Oh, wow. Look at that. Did I miss this cave here? See how hard this is to get to? I got to kind of like, oh. Yeah, angle myself. Look at that one. See? So, when you have boulder fields like this, with caves, they could go underground. You just never know. Whoa. You just never know what entrance they entered under to get underground. Whoa. What is that? What is that? Give me a sec here, guys. What is this? Come on, what is that moving over there? There's a light breeze. It's just moving the bush over there. So very hot day. It's going to be 98, I believe. It's about 9, 10 a.m. in the morning. And so we're just going to hang out in the shade in this area today. And hopefully our little friend, or a giant big friend, comes out. But he wasn't in where I was hoping we'd have some activity. It's straight down. Who knows how far into the earth that goes. Just an incredible, incredible boulder field. And what happens is you have these boulders like this, and then you'll go maybe another 100 yards and you'll run across another boulder field and another one. And so it has multiple areas. In fact, I have one area just up about a quarter mile that way, where I filmed the water coming down off the top of this canyon. And there was a little pool with some grass next to it where you could just lay next to it, soak your feet. And he probably does that. So there is a water source here that runs through them. And sometimes you'll see, or you'll hear water running underneath down in these little tunnels, that, you know, cave tunnels. So water makes its way down, and it always finds its way down. So they do have access. And during the rainy season, sometimes they'll pool up with water. So you'll even have a little pool of, you know, pretty clean rainwater that pulls up in there. So keeping cool, hydrated, very easy. The area has deer up in here, mule deer. That's going to be your number one main fauna, is mule deer and turkey vultures. I'm surprised they're not surrounding us right now. A lot of turkey vultures, chipmunks, squirrels, raccoon, rabbit, cottontail rabbit. So, you know, the water, the fauna, everything is here. Then you have a small creek, or I guess you could call it a river. It's not a powerful river, not as what we've been showing you over the past couple of years on the South Platte River, but it's a pretty good sized little creek, and there's, you know, fish in it. And so if you make your way down the canyon, you'll eventually run into the water, which you've seen on any of my Morgan's 10 videos. So we're just going to hang out. This is where we're going to be today. And I'll do another segment or so depending on what we're going to do. We're trying to stay cool and not hike and get too crazy, because it's going to be 98 degrees by noon. We do have some clouds moving, and a rain shower certainly would help. But just getting back here was really, really tough. So, oh, right. Let's start moving back this way. Susie. Oh, okay. Just want to make sure you don't get too separated from me. You don't want no 411 shit. Very supernatural area. If you're into paranormal Bigfoot and you're just not into science, prints, hair, all of that, this is where you want to be, because we've had numerous paranormal experiences here. Plus, we have Indian graves. We have found several graves, which either may be Bigfoots or Indians. We don't know. Little cairns, like we've been showing you in other places in Colorado, where they stack the rocks and pack it with earth, and you can tell that it's been, it's a grave. It's not natural. So, anyways, that's where. See, if you were just a hiker coming back here and you had no knowledge of Bigfoot whatsoever, you would say, "Wow, this is cool." But see what I'm saying? You have to get in it and then find those pits where he covered up with logs, and that's what the Sasquatch do in this part of Colorado. Boy, it really did cool me off in there. It's nice. Temperature dropped about 20 degrees in there. The birds are really noisy today, which is really cool. Glad to hear that. So just boulders everywhere, and we haven't really found any. It's kind of dry, so we're not finding we found some ambiguous type indentations they're prints, but who knows if they're human or. Okay, let me climb down here. Catch up here with Susan. So, isn't that cool, guys? The sticks covering up cave entrances. Who does that? Because there's no sign of fire. I mean, if humans were actually back here, I don't even care if they are bushcraft people. They're still going to have evidence of a fire pit, something like that, burnt wood. There's just nothing. There's just nothing but evidence of a Sasquatch behavior, Bigfoot behavior. So she's looking over there because there's some weird anomalies on the ground over there. See, this is one of those places where you're just not going to run across hikers. They just don't mess around back here. They stick to the trailheads, That's what. Oh, look at that! Wow. Oh shit! Careful. That's why he marked this. See this? It's just a little layup. I mean, you could lay under that maybe just for the night, just to give your head some coverage. But look, he's taken just to kind of mark it. There's a log in there. It's just for whatever reason. Maybe spent the night there or just in the day. Likes to cool off. There's another cave. Oh no. Oh yeah, there it is. Back there. See ya. Is that you? Yeah. No trail. No, and another thing is you can see all this dead wood, this old growth. There's no fire mitigation. You don't see chainsaw work. See, this is the stuff that people come to equate with Bigfoot. Just piling wood, old growth wood, for no reason. there's no flood. There's no flood. I suppose, I mean, if it really rained. But the sign is just everywhere that he's still up here. But, you know, I'd love to get a print today. Hopefully I will. But see what I'm saying? There's no, oh, there she is. There's no trailhead back here. There's no sign of trash, pop cans, water bottles, anything like that. Cigarette butts. This is such a clean, pretty area. I just love the Rocky Mountains. When you come across, you know, boulder fields and hidden areas like this. See any prints or anything? There's a what? Okay. Coming over there. Sure, you want me to kill the video then right now? Because I don't want to take up all your memory space. We're at 21 minutes, so... Show this one? Okay. Right at the entrance to a little...
Right here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a little low, but tree break is a tree break. Let's see if I can get over there. Whoa! All these pine needles, they become like a sled. See this? Just gathering a dead wood. Let's see. Oh, there it is. I see what you were looking at. Monolith boulders. Yeah, see the tree break right there. That's what she's looking at. Interesting. Looks like it was laid there. Kind of interesting how that, like a megalith, a monolith. Okay, so this segment we're gonna kill right now. We have some other stuff we want to show you over here, even better evidence. And there's our crow. But we wanted to show this area. It's very important that I show how Bigfoot utilizes boulder fields and takes all the dead wood to build a roof, to give them protection from the elements and to hide, like I said, you know. And that's a pit. I mean, if you were a Bigfoot, why not sleep in a nice cave like that? It's cool, and then you cover it up with wood. So we're gonna have a couple more caves we're gonna show, a couple, you know, a mile or so down this way. We're gonna head back that way. But it's a little dry today, drier than I thought. So that'll be it for this segment in Colorado Sasquatch Research, the summer of 2020. And we're out in the forest doing our thing. So this will be it.